So Maryland reported for this COVID-19, just under 100 new cases were reported. 5 fewer people in the hospital, and the statewide positivity rate dropped again with 1.22%. More Marylanders are getting vaccinated. The state is giving over 6.2 million vaccine doses, and more than 3 million are fully vaccinated. Over the last 24 hours, in the state of Maryland reports under 100 cases for the second time over the week. It is at the two-figure numbers of the cases, and the positivity rate also dropped, and the hospitalizations are at the lowest level since the start of that pandemic. As we see improvements in these metrics, officials are working to get more Maryland people vaccinated. Big improvements for the state of Maryland fight against COVID-19. Fewer than 80 new cases reported. The positive test has dropped significantly now at 1.01%. Almost a two-figure percentage numbers for that positivity rate. The hospitalizations are also down, with 275 people in Maryland battled the coronavirus in the Maryland hospitals. As those metrics, the governor continues his quest to get every Maryland people vaccinated. The state's health department is accepting applications for community-based organizations that want to help with the vaccine push. Maryland is investing $3 million into this program and will choose 30 community organizations for the grants. So far, 31% adults have at least one shot. Just under 130 new positive cases for the coronavirus have been reported on the last day, and for the first time since the beginning of that pandemic, ladies and gentlemen, the positivity tested rate in the state of Maryland, it's dropped down to the two-figure numbers. It is at under 1%. Officials in Anne Arundel County vote to end the coronavirus emergency order. That's what allows the county to impose the pandemic restrictions on restaurants and businesses. It will now be up to the individual businesses to decide if they'll make mask requirement for customers and workers. Although capacity limits are lifted, expected outdoor dining privilege will stay in place for restaurants. The health department says 70% of Anne Arundel County adults now have at least one shot dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Just over 120 new cases of the coronavirus were reported, and the positivity rate in the state of Maryland is staying exactly the same. There may soon be a second COVID-19 vaccine option for adolescents. Moderna has asked the FDA for emergency use authorization of its vaccine for 12 to 17 years old. The company reported last month a trial more than 3,700 people in that age group, showing none of the participants who received the vaccine contracted the virus. The FDA approved Pfizer's request of its shots in the same age group last month. The positivity rate continues to decrease down to 0.91%. In the last 24 hours, the COVID-19 cases were added. 113 people got their coronavirus. The FDA is expecting to approve 10 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine that were manufactured at the Emergency Biosolution plant in Baltimore. Those doses were fully expected and cleared for use. Not really a single usable dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine from the facility that has been approved. Back in April, human error caused 15 million potential doses of the vaccine to be potentially ruined. The FDA extended the shelf life of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Just as some doses reach their expiration dates, the move increases the refrigerated storage time from 3 months to 4.5 months. Johnson & Johnson says this decision is based on data on ongoing stability tests and studies. It's not clear how many doses were at risk of expiring before they were used. Coronavirus in Maryland is making a good progress with these key metrics of fewer than 90 cases reported. The positivity rate continues to decrease, and the number of people in the hospital, it's now under 200. Here is a look at these numbers where people in the state of Maryland got their vaccine. With the first dose, it's about 3.3 million people are vaccinated. The second dose is 2.8 million people are vaccinated. and with a single dose administered are more than 246,000 people. That brings the total for the administered doses to more than 6,460,000. More than 3.1 million Marylanders are now fully vaccinated. 71.5% of all adults in Maryland have at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.